Calm moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stress.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Go on the ball. On the ball. Heavy. 368.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Who
are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. He finds Malcolm Mitchell here. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, got stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? Escaping the pressure right. Hard throw, incomplete.
I know we're doing this game live, but let's step into the film room for just a second because when they review this play, oh, the negatives are going to be incredible on this one. Rolling out to his right. Yeah, he's right-handed, so that's a natural spot for him. But he throws back across his body back into traffic.
Big no-no.
Oh, that's a monster no-no. The only good thing that happened, it fell incomplete. Very fortunate.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jackson on first down. Allen on the dump off. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On second down, here's Jackson. It's caught left side by John Brown. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
368.
Dalton, 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. After the interception, here's Jackson. And that's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. On 1st and goal, Collins. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, and it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. 3rd and goal, Jackson. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will tie us at 3-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They go 368. They go 368.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Malone. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. And now here come the Ravens. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The drive starts with a run by Collins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Green 39. Green 39.
On 2nd down, Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And able to find John Brown. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Detroit!
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Crabtree with it over the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And Jackson throwing once more. Caught left side to Crabtree. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now Jackson on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Jackson now. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Underneath to Adler. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to do it.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have the football and will take. Over at the 24-yard line. Here's a first down run with Collins. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player.
And they're a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now it's Jackson rolling to his right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at about the 32. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this.
All right, go. On the ball. On the ball. Heavy, heavy. Here you go. 368.
Dalton throwing on second down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Dalton now to pass. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And the Ravens have got it. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson eluding the pressure right. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
And that's exactly why the Ravens drafted him, added him to their stable after drafting Hayden Hurst in the first round. A second tight end who can catch the football. He looks like a guy who's going to line up on the line of scrimmage and mash you in the running game as a blocker. But his best attributes, splitting out, catching the football.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Michael Crabtree, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions,
Over here.
but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it, and it's second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
368.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. Throw left side, complete to Ross. A gain of 32 that time.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, I need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. 1st and 10 for Dalton. Over the middle, complete. That's Malone. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
368. There you go, 368. Hey. 368.
The first down throw coming for Dalton. And the grab by Croft. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
368.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Leopard!
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Right here on first down. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Gone! Set! 3-19!
Now Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Jordan Willis in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. After the interception, here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. Give him 30 yards there. Now what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. pass will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hey, Roger, 5-4.
Flacco looking for his first toss. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
Brandon, some of those windows into the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Flacco will use the arm this time. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Chris Moore, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, we got 3 down. There you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. 2, I go. Move. Press up.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
57. Mike, 57. There you go. 368. Go. We're good.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He finds Ross. Right side, it's complete. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Dalton, 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Over here. Yes. There you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go. Lead. 2 by 2. Lead. Move.
Play action here with Dalton. Forced out to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 20 yards. Dalton operating in the red zone now. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Another chance for Dalton. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Mitchell. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
368. Hey. There you go. 368.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. They give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Deltha O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now Flacco and the Raven offense come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Flacco here on 2nd down. Crabtree with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a play fake here on first down. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Flacco now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Whoa, Flacco's going to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Carl Lawson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. 2nd down, Flacco now. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating out of the gun. Flacco. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And out now, here come the Bengals. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build. And now here's another interception. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. How about this? Flacco setting to throw it. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Well, so they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
Flacco to throw again on 2nd down. Caught right side, it's Snead. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Got it complete to Crabtree. And he'll go down at the 28. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. That is caught at the 7. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Rewind.
Flacco. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where